Hi everyone. Here we are so excited because we are receiving today our special guest is coming from England, where he is responsible for many researches there. And at this INOVATEC podcast, we are talk about innovative research, not only here in Brazil, but especially worldwide. My name is Francisco Garonci, and we are here together for this moment of our international guest, Dr. Sumit Konar. He is Senior Instrument Scientist at the University of Lincoln in England, and he is also part of the Bridge Advanced Research and Development Centre, where he works with commercial research and development. He earned his PhD in Stockholm University, where he studied metal carbides and intercalated graphite, two materials that play an important role in modern technology. Dr. Konar, you developed an international career in America, in India, in Sweden, and now in the United Kingdom. Could you share a little of your scientific journey from India to this moment where you are senior research at the United Kingdom, and what motivated you to work with advanced materials?
First of all, thank you very much for inviting me. This is my first time in Brazil, and this is the third day in Brazil, so I'm very much enjoying this whole conference, this INOVATEC. So, yes, answering your question, I am from a very small village in India. I always loved chemistry. I always wanted to use scientific knowledge to solve the societal problem. So I did my master's from Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, and that gave me the opportunity to do my PhD from Arizona State University in the United States. And then my supervisor moved from Arizona to Sweden. That's how I moved to Stockholm, and I got my PhD from Stockholm University. Then I moved to Edinburgh University for my postdoctoral research. And then I got these permanent positions in the University of Lincoln, and I worked there since 2022. And I really enjoy working in University of Lincoln in England. And I'm part of the, as you said, the part of the facility called Bridge, which is the commercial phase of the university.
We know that for our diverse audience, because we have here at INOVATEC not only researchers, also entrepreneurs. Here we have government representatives and many students. And could you explain, please, in simple terms, especially for me, because I'm not scientist in this area, but what is your research at this moment?
Thank you so much for the question. And you are very specific about the question, what I am currently doing. So currently I'm quite interested about thermal energy storage, which is, so we all are familiar with lithium-ion batteries, which is electrical storage. Okay. So we do not think about that the half of the energy consumed in the whole world is for heating and cooling. Countries like Brazil, you are a hot country, you don't need much about heating, but the country where I'm coming from is England, is very cold in winter. So we need to think about heat storage. So my research is all about heat storage, thermal energy storage, and I'm developing some material called phase change material. So I'm trying to build something which will store heat when there is plenty of sunlight, for example, or wind, whatever like renewable energies you can think of, and store it. And then whenever there is no sun, there is no wind, use that for different applications. It can be cooking, it can be domestic heating, it can be heatings in the electric car.
Okay, so these materials, so they are extremely important for many applications in industry. could you share with us more applications?
Yes. So of course, I developed a prototype solar cooker in the University of Edinburgh with my postdoc supervisor, Professor Colin Pullum, and another startup company called Sanam. And then CEO of the Sanam was Andrew Bissell. So we three developed a prototype solar cooker. And then actually we want to advance this for like companies like electric car, as I said, and then also like lots of like health related medical devices. So because the concept is heat battery, and they will be far cheaper compared to electric batteries because they will be made from earth abundant materials, which will be easy to make. And my material is also solid, so it will not be we do not need to deal with liquids. So it's kind of safe to deal with in any domestic or any kind of industrial atmosphere.
You are working at the Bridge Advanced Research and Development Centre, né? Where scientific research with metals, it indicates that in the way you are going through many commercial innovation. Could you describe the types of projects that you are currently involved in?
Yes, that's a very good question. So just to give you a brief introduction about Bridge, so we are 4 instrument scientists working there. We have a project manager, a project scientist, and a commercial manager. That's the core of the team. And basically what we do, we work. Bridge only opened like 3 years ago, but we already started working with more than 80 companies. And we get every week 1 or 2 projects, and we have to deliver them in 1 week, 2 weeks time. So it's a very, very, it's a very tight project. And we get projects from various companies like pharmaceuticals, polymer, cement, ceramic. So we try even explosives. So most of the time they come to us. This is working, this is not working. Why this is working, why this is not working. They do not tell us what kind of techniques we need to use to solve their problem. So this is our job to help them using different types of instrumentation to help them answering their question.
And I know that you are dealing with many different requests in many areas.
Yes.
But it's specific about your research. You have your own research. What challenges or technological needs is your research helping to solve?
Yeah. So my research is, of course, as I said, is in thermal energy storage, but I have a background on crystallography, X-ray diffraction, neutron diffraction, and electron diffraction. So basically, I also work with national and international facilities. For example, Diamond Light Source, European Synchrotron Radiation Facility in France, then German synchrotron facility in Hamburg, and also some similar facilities in other countries. So one of the problem I see that sometimes in the laboratory data, we may not get very high quality results, because all the instrumentations are getting better and better. So I developed a very good connection with the national facilities, and sometimes I go there to solve some of the problems, because so the challenges is not everything is very simple, not everything is like black and white. You get some answer, but sometimes you may not really see the whole picture, and that's why we go to the next step. And this is what Bridge is good for. Even if we do not have the instrumentation or the capabilities there, we can go to other facilities. We made a very good network all over UK and abroad.
The managing of these projects, I think it's one of the greatest challenges that you are facing. And about the companies, I think that there are many companies collaborating, not only in your project, but in all others that you are managing there at Bridge.
Yes. So for example, yeah, we are working with many companies. I know that some of them you already know probably. Like we work with NHS, which is the UK's medical everybody knows about national health. And then we worked with big companies like Siemens Energy, Marfit's Industry, and then we also work with some of the local companies like Prime Tech. And so basically, we first developed Bridge to support the local community, but then we expanded it to national level, and now we are reaching to international level as well. So basically, yes, there are many companies we work with, and yes.
And in your view, which industries can benefit the most from your researches? And I would say, for example, batteries that you already explained, but aerospace, energy systems, electronic sensors, or all of them together.
I think for mainly Bridge is for material science and engineering. So, of course, we worked with very closely with the defense sector. We work with agri-tech, agro-robotic. We work with very closely with artificial intelligence. So, and sensor. So the best part about the Bridge is we are connected with lots of different academics all over university. So most of the work, although it is material related, but whatever current questions, whatever current technologies or current challenges, most of the things we will be able to solve, including the medical.
Yes. Yeah. Artificial intelligence is changing the way that all of us researchers are working at this moment.
Yeah.
And I think it will change much more. But especially about your research, and how close are these technologies becoming ready to the market?
So my product, what I call about the solar cooker prototype, that one is just probably a very early stage. So we are working very closely with the commercial team in, like we have a fantastic enterprise in Lincoln University. So we are trying to make sure, try to get how to patent that one. And then we try to get some kind of market study so that we want to see what is the market. Although my solar cooker is still at the beginning, but in the Bridge, my other instrument scientist friends, they developed something very close to the commercialized step. That is one of the thermal, they make something called some boxes for cold storage. So that is that was a collaboration with a company called iBoxit, and that is very close to coming to the market. So yes, so as I say that we do multiple development at the same time, and we are a small team, but we are expanding. For example, we take lots of students, lots of researchers, and then we try to get as much research from research to the product as possible.
Yeah. And here, INOVATEC promotes collaboration between Brazil and many international research centers. And how do you, from your experience now in England, but your previous experience too, what opportunities do you see for collaborations with Brazil and all other centers that you already know and researchers there, especially in advanced materials?
Yes, so I had a fantastic event this morning from 10:30 to 11:30, and I had an opportunity to talk to quite a few other distinguished members from Brazil. And after this discussion, we realized that Brazil is focusing on, or this INOVATEC or the University of Brasília, they are focusing on agricultural, agri-tech, agro-robotic, and this is where University of Lincoln and Bridge will be able to collaborate, because University of Lincoln is probably #1 in the country for agricultural research, and we got very prestigious award from from the Queen. So basically, this is a very, very good opportunity to collaborate in food manufacturing, agri-tech, agro-robotic kind of stuff. And we are already planning to submit some funding for that.
It's fantastic to hear this from you. And here at INOVATEC, we have the Dr. Andriani. She is one of the creators of everything that we can see here. And I know that she is completing her postdoc program and at same campus at the Bridge. And is there any connection from your research, what you're doing there, and hers?
Yeah, so first of all, I have to thank Andriani for inviting me. Andriani and Professor Jose Roberto, they invited me to come here. So I'm very thankful for them. So yes, Andriani is working with one of my colleagues, Dr. Peter Eaton. He is the electron microscopy instrument scientist. And yes, Andriani and I, we work very closely in the electron microscopy technique. And she's a fantastic researcher. And we are also learning from her. She's very organized, very intelligent. So it is a good, we are very lucky to have her here over England. And I think she actually made the bridge between Brazil and Lincoln. So I'm very, very thankful for that.
But if you look 10 years ahead, which materials technologies do you believe will transform industries the most?
Yeah, I think that one of the most important part will be renewable energy, right? So we are thinking about renewable energies, but we are, as I said, that we need to think about energy storage. And this is where a lot of people are working with how to store energy. And this is where I will try to contribute for the thermal energy storage, as I said. So basically, this will solve a lot of problems like cooking related health issues in developing countries like India, Africa, and where they have plenty of sunlight, so they can do it for cooking using the sun. So I think that we all need to do something what we can do, but it will be mostly focusing on clean energy storage, this kind of thing where I can.
And do you believe that heat batteries, they will be part of the transformation?
I think so. Absolutely, yes. Because the heat batteries will be phenomenal in many different places. For example, as I gave you the example of cooker, the solar cooker.
Yeah.
I also think that they can be used for, and it is not only about heat storage, doesn't mean that it has to be high temperature. Whenever I tell you about thermal energy storage, cold storage also comes in the place. So basically, I think the heat battery has a very promising future.
Yes, to be here, hearing you sharing your experience is for all of us a wonderful experience. But INOVATEC brings together here many young researchers, many students. What message would you give to those who hope to build an international research career as you did? What could you say to all of these students?
Yeah, I think that science is very exciting. Science is, because of the science, I can travel all over the world. I can meet so many different people from different backgrounds. So if you enjoy, it doesn't have to be chemistry. If you like physics, if you like maths, if you don't even like science, if you like arts, whatever you enjoy, do that one. Get some real fun of doing things. And today's world is not like, you cannot say that I'm from Brazil or I'm from India. As you can see that now I became a part of the international citizen. So as long as we have the mindset of very open mind, then you will have a fantastic opportunity, because whole world will appreciate your intelligence, your hard work, and that's what the future generation, they should do hard work, and they should be very curious to learn new things, do new things.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Konar, for this moment is a special moment. And thank you for you that is listening us, that join us here at INOVATEC podcast. And I am Francisco Garonci, and I'm sure that we'll be together in many others INOVATEC podcasts. Thank you.